What's up with it, man? What's up with it? Hold on. Pause that for a second. Yeah, man, we back with another episode of the show. We're just gonna pause that, hit that pause real quick. But yeah, NFL Week 11 was a sight to say the least, depending on who your team is or was if you gave up on them. Thursday night football, it pretty much went as expected. The New England Patriots ended up winning the game 27-14 over the New York Jets, who are cooked. They suck ass. They sorry. Baltimore Ravens ended up winning 23-16 against the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders got to see the field. I'm gonna say that again. Shedeur Sanders got to see the field. It didn't go well at all. It went terribly actually, but it was cool to see him actually play. He didn't start the game, but he did in the second half. And ironic enough, it was against his dad's former team. I think the last team his dad actually played for. But the Ravens won, keeping the AFC North close. Cincinnati, they ended up losing to the Steelers. That wasn't even close. Their season is cooked, like I mentioned before. Washington had everything given to them to win this game, but lost in overtime, 16-13. And the Dolphins are now 4-7. They still in the believe it or not. Jags, they got beat 35-6. You really don't know what you're gonna get with the LA Chargers, like for real. If I said the Jags lost, I'm at the Chargers. But you really don't know what the hell you're gonna get with the Chargers. One week they might look like the best team. The next week they might look like dog shit. Utter dog shit. The Bills and the Bucks had a QB shootout. Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. This was not a shock to anybody at all. Bills ended up winning the game. Buccaneers, they still remain in first place in the NFC South. Panthers beat the Falcons. Falcons, they are cooked too. They are mega cooked. Bears beat the Vikings in a close game thanks to a Cairo Santos game winner late. JJ McCarthy, aka 9, ain't shit. Packers again played to their competition yet again, winning 27-20. Jalen Hyatt bailed on his route in the end zone, causing Jameis Winston to throw an INT. We know Jackson Dart, he wasn't playing because of the concussions, because they was trying to save his job, and it obviously did not work. Did not work whatsoever, and I didn't expect the Packers to lose 3 games in a row. Giants this season is pretty much it for them. Despite Jameis Winston doing Jameis Winston things. Texans beat the Titans 16-13. Not really much to talk about there. Falcons, like I mentioned before, they are cooked to mail it in. This is like 3 years in a row where they had a talented team on paper and they did not reach expectations at all. So it's time to move on from Raheem Morris. It's clear they don't know what they're doing, and they wasting the rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr. too, just wasting him away. Bengals, Steelers, I mentioned that 34-12. Niners, they end up beating the Cardinals 41-22. Interesting enough in this game, Jacoby Brissett breaks the NFL completion record. NFL completion record with, what was it, 47? 40C went 47 of 57 for 452 yards, 2 tutties, 2 INTs. Purdy came back through 3 touchdowns. Crazy. He did all that shit and they still lost. But it's the Cardinals. What do you expect? I want to say last week they actually scored 22 points. Yeah, they did. They lost 44-22 last week. Seahawks, they lost 19-21 to the Rams. Rams now have the possession of the lead in the NFC West. Darnold did not play great for INTs, looking like the Minnesota Vikings in the playoffs or the New York Jets every time he played Sam Darnold. And let's see, the Chiefs, they lost 19-22. Like I mentioned before, they are going out sad. They have the Broncos with a very comfortable lead. Super comfortable. I'm talking 9-2. Then the Chargers 7-4. Then the Chiefs 5-5. They still in the playoff conversation though. And Sunday Night Football, you had the Lions losing 9-16 to the Eagles, thanks to Jalen Hurts' lone touchdown. So you agree with Cam when it comes to Shedeur? I don't remember because I know they've had a little back and forth. So you tie with your fantasy opponent. With Dak Prescott and Ferguson left to play, your opponent has no players to play, so you basically won. This is Dak Prescott we talking about. That's all I got to say. What's good, Bronze? What's up with you? Dion's last game was with the Ravens, and he lost to the Browns on the 1st of 2006, New Year's. And I remember that game. Shedeur's first game was with the Browns and lost to the Ravens. Both Sanders lost to 16 points in both games. There you go. There'll be another Nepo fail, but it is what it is. That's why Dion's literally falling apart like Humpty Dumpty. If he stays with the Browns, it ain't gonna get pretty for sure. He'd have to go to a different team, and it seems like they hell bent on not allowing him to go to another team and making sure that he went to the Cleveland Browns where quarterbacks go to die. If they wanted to do worse, they could have sent him to the Jets. To be honest with you, especially as a rookie. What's good, Tom Walker? What's up with you? Set without MHJ. He has outperformed Kyler Murray this year playing for the Cardinals. I mean, it hasn't helped, but statistically, he's outperformed Kyler Murray, and it's the nail in the coffin for him. After the injury and the fact that the offense, or they show they have an offense whenever he's actually in the game. So, yeah, I think that's the last time we've seen Kyler Murray in a Cards jersey. Chiefs are a wild card team at best. Considering they still in the playoff race, that's why I don't rule them out as far as making the playoffs. Super Bowl, we can end that conversation now. But as of right now, AFC standings, we got in first place the Broncos, 2 the Patriots, 3 the Colts, 4 the Steelers, 5 the Bills, 6 the Chargers, 7 the Jaguars. And then outside looking in, you got the 5-5 Texans, Chiefs, and Ravens. Then 4-7 Dolphins, but everyone below that, they pretty much cooked. NFC, you got the Eagles in first place, Rams second, Bears, surprise, in third place, Bucks fourth place. Then first wild card spot, you got the Seahawks, then the Packers, then the Niners, and a 6-4 Detroit Lions on the outside looking in, and a 6-5 Panthers. Under them, it's the Vikings at 4-6. They're done. They're cooked. So the Falcons are stuck with Cousins again since Penix is hurt. Yeah, that's a big blow to them too. Is the fact they lost Michael Penix Jr. to I know it's a possible season-ending knee injury. He's had a history of injuries in college, whether it be I think he got hurt at one point in Washington, but I do know at Indiana he had injuries, and that's part of the reason why he transferred. Not a good look. Got a coach that needs to be fired. Should have been fired last year. The future, your franchise quarterback, he's gonna be out for the year, and you stuck with Kirk Cousins, who's clearly lost a step. 7% has balled out this year, surprisingly. I'm not surprised. Like, this ain't the first time he done came in the game and balled out for a team. It usually don't happen the whole season, but I mean, it's happened before. I mean, shit. Remember when he played for the Patriots during that 4-game stretch when Brady was suspended? He didn't do too bad, and that's what really got his name on the map a little bit. Then he had his stint with Colts too. Sanders' performance was what the media's. I know. When I saw that show, I was like, "Oh, they finna crucify his shit." Even if he had a good game and say he threw a pick in a crucial moment, they would have found a way to crucify him in the media. But when you go, was it 4 for 12 or some shit? It was really bad because Lamar didn't even have a good game either. See, Dylan Gabriel went 7 of 10, 68 yards, no picks, no touchdowns, a sack, 2 rushes, 2 yards. Shedeur was 4 of 16, 47 yards, an INT, 2 sacks, 3 rushes, 16 yards. Yeah, they ain't gonna do it. Some of those were drops, though. I will say that. But as your first impression to the league, and you got all this buzz, that is that ain't gonna cut it. That's just not gonna cut it. But the Steelers are done. The quarterback has blown the whistle. I think we can all agree they're not gonna go to the Super Bowl and win the shit. Like that's definitely not happening. I can still see them making the playoffs, considering this is Aaron Rodgers' last season. Even if they don't even win a game, which would be absolutely hilarious. It's funny he was in the news again for being on stream talking about the locker room and things not being right. And it seems like whenever he pouts the next game, he might get the ball more. And then the game after that, he don't get the ball anymore. And then he starts pouting, and it becomes a whole media story thing again, where he's sad he's in Philly, he don't want to be there no more. So Rodgers broke his hand, and yet they still gonna find a way to end up 9-8. Yeah, exactly. They not gonna have Mike Tomlin go out there and have a losing season. It'd be funny if it was Aaron Rodgers of all quarterbacks to be the one to do it. But yeah, that's not good. And of course, they can get a lot of help and things like that too down the line if they do end up say a 9-8 and sneak into the playoffs. You heard he hasn't had any first. Of course he hasn't. They did the same shit his first start in during the preseason, where like he was with the backups and shit, and then all of a sudden we're gonna throw you with the starters at the last minute in hopes that he wouldn't do too hot. We've seen a lot of bad things happen to the Cowboys in situations where you think they would win. I wouldn't rule it out. I don't know who gets done worse, them or the Raiders. As far as just the timing of certain things, as to when they screw their team over. So they drafted him to fail, him being Shedeur, but Geno is still in the league, so Sanders has hope. Yeah, that's true. Geno Smith's career has lasted a lot longer than I would have ever expected. Like there was that stint before he got to Seattle. I didn't even know that nigga was in the league. I think he was a third stringer for the Giants at one point, the Chargers. It was like, what the fuck? Geno Smith's still in the league, bro. What are we doing? And when you see him starting too, it was like, you this down bad that you got to get Geno Smith as your starting quarterback. But hey, it worked out for a year. Broncos get the number one seed. It might be over with. We'll see what team the Dolphins will be in. The same old team we've been seeing, bro. That's what the fuck they gonna be. I'm not gonna get my hopes up on the Dolphins just because they 4-7. It's the Dolphins, bro. They cooked. It's Tua we talking about here. It's not Dan Marino. No, it's Tua. They cooked. So it's the first time you bet on the Cowboys in a long time. They better not sell. That is one team I'm never confident in betting on is the Cowboys. Cause you never know what you're gonna get with them. Even on a season where they actually doing good defensively and offensively, you don't know what the fuck you gonna get from them, especially in a primetime game. Cause they might just shit the bed or they look like the best team in the league and get their fans' hopes up. Say the Eagles offense gotta be concerning passing wise though. Yeah, Hurts to miss some throws he should be making, or they just flat out don't throw it to somebody who's clearly open and instead throw an interception. So yeah, they definitely need to improve the passing game. The running game could use some improvement too. You can only do that tush push shit for so long, and it's not like Saquon's having a 200 a game season like he was last year. So the Giants will have a better started Better record if they had started Winston over Russ. I don't know about that because you still got to take the highs and the lows of Jameis Winston. Like you gonna get a lot of turnovers, a lot of passing yards. Your offense gonna move the ball, but there's gonna be at least 2 to 3 possessions where it's like, damn, if Jameson fumble, if Jameson throw this pick, maybe we'd be winning the game. So I don't know about that. Think he'd probably be in the same position. So Bo Nix is really gonna win a playoff game in the AFC West before Justin Herbert. That is crazy to think though, because he didn't got in the past for a long time. Like the criticism hasn't really hit him yet, but give him one more year. Have one more off season, or not off season, but one more postseason where you underperform, and all of a sudden that little pass he was getting, that shit gonna be gone. Ravens confirmed they prepped for both QBs while Cleveland gave Shedeur Sanders 0 first team reps. That is fucked up. That is definitely fucked up. They said, nah, fuck this nigga. We gonna set him up to mega fail in his debut. And it sets up a way for them to actually justify say benching him. It's like, oh, he didn't play good, so we're going back to Dylan Gabriel. They could always do that too. But Jameis would have got picked off at least 3-4 times with the DV dropped the ball. Had he have played as many games as Russ, you would have seen more picks. Still can't believe Bo Nix actually made the NFL from where he was in Auburn. He was so terrible. Dude, he was a freshman, bro. Like, what are you talking about? He was a freshman quarterback, and Auburn was dog shit. He was the only bright spot on the team. What did you expect? Have you seen Auburn play football the last 5 years? Texans with Mills and being 5-5 is kind of surprising. He didn't win any of those games as a starter. He won, or my bad, he won one game. That's one game, bro. So Titans making playoffs next year. Next year, I'm peeping all the pawns they knocking off. They got that new stadium too, so they're gonna want to build some buzz, put some asses in seats and shit. So I think they'll be better. I mean, shit, you what 1-5, what are you, 1-8, 1-9? Yeah, I think they 1-9. You at that point you can only go up from there. So yeah, I do expect them to be better, but this is the Titans. Remember the Raiders? That was a team kind of like that too. I know they made the playoffs when they moved to Vegas and shit. That was one time and they ain't done shit since. Just saying. I still think they're gonna make the playoffs. I'd love to see them not make the playoffs because it make the off season more exciting, especially or postseason. Excuse me, especially knowing the fact now it's like okay, we don't have to worry about the Chiefs being in the Super Bowl. We don't have to worry about hearing Taylor Swift. We don't have to worry about hearing about Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift or seeing Kelsey act like a jackass. Nah, none of that. Bunch of new teams, new quarterbacks who can win some Super Bowls. So said, don't the Commanders have a new stadium coming? Yeah, they do. I remember reading somewhere Trump said they should name that shit after him. I was like, that's the most Donald Trump shit I've ever heard. Call that bitch Trump Field. That's crazy. The Commander. Hey, that shit actually all got a kind of got like a whole theme to it. Trump Commanders, Commander in Chief, all that shit. That would be some shit. Trump Stadium with Commander in Chief Field. That would be some crazy shit. None of the Giants draft picks are panned out outside neighbors. And he can't stay healthy too, so that's not good. Cowboys coach wearing a T-shirt with Nealon's face on it. Maybe another record is broken tonight, like Josh Allen and Brissett. Oh, you talking about Josh Hines Allen for the Jaguars? That whole Nealon story don't even fucking make sense. Like it just don't. Like tell me you offer somebody without telling me you offer somebody. 2027. Okay, so I think next season you have the Bills, Titans, and then the year after that you got the Commanders with a new stadium. And I know there's some more new ones in the works too. I think it was the Browns. That's another one too. Browns, the Bears. I don't know where they are with theirs at this point. The Chiefs. I know their lease is up in 2030 because them and the Royals both want to move to Kansas City, Kansas. And Mahomes is a part owner of the Royals. Obviously plays for the Chiefs. So you know he gonna be in the talks and in the discussions, all the planning and shit too. So that is something to think about for the Chiefs. Patriots and Broncos AFC Championship game. Rams Seahawks. I wouldn't be mad at either of those matchups, and I couldn't stand those matchups when I was younger, specifically the Patriots and Broncos, because it was a certain quarterback they had, but they don't have anymore. Draft will be at the Commander Stadium in 2027. Interesting. They bounce back next year. They could, and you know they should. They got to make some adjustments and some changes. And Jaden Daniels needs to stay healthy because if he gets hurt like he did this year, it's gonna be more of the same next year. I don't expect Mariota or whoever the fuck gonna be their backup quarterback to come in the game and save their ass. I don't think we're gonna see Sam Darnold magic for the Commanders for a backup quarterback. But I mean, yeah, they could theoretically bounce back. Theoretically. All right, looking at the standings, the divisional standings. Got New England in the AFC East, 9-2. Bills 7-3. Dolphins 4-6. Jets 2-8. You got the Steelers in AFC North at 6-4. Ravens at 5-5. Bengals at 3-7. Browns at 2-8. AFC South, you got the Colts at 8-2. Jags 6-4. Texans 5-5. Titans at 1-9. AFC West, you got the Broncos 9-2, Chargers 7-4, Chiefs 5-5, Raiders 2-7. They play tonight. NFC East, Eagles 8-2, Cowboys 3-5-1, Commanders 3-8, Giants 2-9. Yikes. NFC North, you got the Bears at 7-3, the Packers at 6-3-1, Lions at 6-4, and then the Vikings at 4-6. NFC South, you got the Bucks 6-4, the Panthers at 6-5. Mind you, Bryce Young had a hell of a game yesterday. I don't even know if I mentioned that because people always talk about he a bust, and every time they say that shit, that nigga throw up what 300 yards, 400 yards passing or some shit. Every single time they say that shit. Falcons 3-7, Saints 2-8. NFC West, you got the Rams 8-2, Seahawks 7-3, Niners 7-4, and the lowly Cardinals at 3-7. So the Commanders will be treated like the Lions, no Super Bowl. If they really want to get that Commanders branding over more than the Redskins, it'd be best to have them win the Super Bowl. I don't think they will, but if they want to, that's the best way to do it. Or at least have them play in the Super Bowl. Lamon Pickens was on the bench for the Cowboys opening drive. That's what you like to see. You know, your starting wide receivers not playing. Giants had the most disgusting losses this year. I don't even disagree with that. Because they'd had some games where they were leading too. I want to say damn near all of them, man. All of them. At some point, they besides the one they getting their ass beat by the Eagles. At some point, they had that bitch, or it looked like they had it on lock. And then boom. Whether it's a flurry or 33 points or whatever the case may be, them niggas lose. And it be the craziest shit too. Like they get done like the Cowboys. But you never know what you're gonna get from Bryce Young. You really don't. I feel like the teams that he plays best against typically be better teams. But when they play like the Jets and shit like that, that's when he really stinks it up and throws for like 115 yards, gets sacked like 8 times or some shit. I've heard a lot of people say that. Like a lot of people that live in the DMV, I heard they don't even call that shit the Commanders. They still call them the Redskins. So I mean, you still see Redskins apparel on TV, even if the camera tries to pan away or act like it's not them. Man, they still do the pig snout and all that shit, bro. They still fucking with the Redskins. I want to say some Native Americans even said they can go back to it too. Said Dak just fumbled. Mm. Told you, man. That's why I do not trust the Cowboys, man. I don't trust them game to game and shit. No, even in games where they should just beat the shit out of a team. No. Said Bryce Young just lost to the Saints. Yeah, if I recall, he don't have a good track record against the Saints. It's like he plays good against the Falcons. I've noticed that. I think that's 3 in a row too for them against Atlanta. Is the in they 3 wins or they last 3 wins against the Falcons, they put up at least 30 points each time. Say he's 4-1. Damn. That is crazy though. 4-1. And that really highlights the Atlanta Falcons like their issues really over the past few years. This shit right there. Even if the Panthers are bad, even if the Panthers are good, these are teams you got to beat. Because then you see it in other games too, where they'll beat a team like the Bills, but then other games where it's like, man, y'all should win this shit. The Colts, prime example, they lose in these type of games. That's the type of shit that shows you they not finna make the playoffs, especially not now with Penix out. Panthers the most confusing team in the league. I was gonna say that'd be the Falcons, but now at this point we know what we get with Atlanta. Yeah, 6-5. Yeah, they sub 500. Bears, they on a roll. I can't say that because you kind of say they're like that too. Because the way they win is never convincing. Giants, we know what their issues are. Commanders, injuries. Cowboys, the Cowboys. Eagles, 8-2. I know a lot of people didn't expect them to be that dominant right now, despite how badly they might play in a game, or 2 or 3 or 4. Patriots 9-2. Oh, confusing team. That's right. Who else be confusing? Steelers, you know what you're getting. There's a bunch of inconsistency. Colts, we know why they're doing what they're doing. The Jags, they confusing as hell too. 6-4. They make no sense. Cause there'll be times where Trevor Lawrence still don't play worth shit, and they still find a way to win the game. Chargers, they confusing too. 7-4. You don't know what the fuck you gonna get with them. What's good, Damon Nettles? What's up with you? Said he only had 11 wins. Damn. Giants got 5 fourth quarter blown leads. That is crazy. They are doing the Ravens work right now. Are this year's Bears last year's Commanders, possibly? A little bit, yeah. They the team that now you can take them serious for real now. They done won games in just about every single way, from blowout wins to close wins, come from behind wins, game winning field goals, all that shit. So yeah, you can kind of put them in that category. Do I think they'll go NFC Championship game? Probably not, but playoffs for sure. Not a doubt in my mind. And on top of that, it's Ben Johnson, offensive minded head coach. They love talking about the offensive minded head coach, the offensive guru, who the next big genius is. There's this whole obsession with it. Excuse me, where they try to throw it on a coach who might not even deserve it, like a Mike McDaniel, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. They keep trying to do this shit. Ben Johnson's just another one like that. Virginia McCaskey died. The Bears make a run because it's the 40-year anniversary, like the Chiefs with 50 and the Packers with 30. All those teams have trophies named after coaches. Yeah, like I said, I don't think they're gonna win a Super Bowl and shit. So you got the Cowboys upsetting the Eagles on Sunday. Mm-mm-mm. Things I did not expect to see. Sheamus, John Cena, Rey Mysterio in the ring against Dom, Ray's son, and the Judgment Day. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? But other than that, I can't really think of anything that was like too crazy. This week in the NFL, nothing super crazy happened. Did somebody pass away? Of course. But other than that, I can't think of anything super duper crazy. Ravens still winning. Shedeur Sanders played like shit. Oh yeah, Mark Andrews surpassed Derek Mason for the most all-time receiving yards in Ravens history, which is crazy considering Derek Mason did not play most of his career in Baltimore. It was like what, 3 years? That's insane. That's insane, man. That's crazy. Yeah, the international game is they love their field goals. I'm gonna give them that. They love their field goals. Yeah, Josh Hines Allen becomes the Jags' all-time leader in sacks, 56. Don't know the significance of that number. No one scored 33 points. That's crazy. Cowboys win, so it'll be 8-3. The Eagles didn't lose their first game, which they really could have lost that first game too, to be honest. But they ended up winning it. Kind of summed up kind of their season for real. How the Eagles have been winning games. They don't look like the convincing team to win the game more times than not. But somehow late in the game, they fuck around and win the game. And it's clear they're gonna win that division too. I don't expect them to just magically collapse and the Cowboys just go on this hot streak, win the division. No. Mm-mm. Especially when I see the Cowboys lose to the Cardinals, it's like, yeah, we know where this finna go. So the Bears might win a playoff game. I would not doubt that. Maybe with some luck, they take the division crown week 18 against Detroit. Bird, I know what you're trying to do. Says should there been a humiliation ritual since the draft? It seems absolutely, absolutely. They ain't want him to succeed at any juncture. They didn't try to shit on him during the was it during the interviews. They had to make up this story about he didn't do this or he acted like an asshole to the Giants front office. Everything the coach Stefanski not want to give him credit and props whenever he played good in his preseason start. None of that shit or put him in a shitty position with the threes in their last preseason game. And then at this point, you done waited so long to the point it's clear Gabriel ain't the guy. And you should at least try the other quarterback out and see what he can do. But nah, the nigga had to get a concussion just for you to put Shedeur in the game. So KC losing record coming up. I would love to see it. I'd love to see more of them losing games and shit like that, but I don't think they're gonna do that just yet. If anything, they gonna do that hovering staggered 500 shit. They might get a win above then 500, a win above 500, but I don't see them having a losing streak. We didn't already talked about this in the Bills. CD Lamb, yeah, he forgot how to catch magically. He be doing all these great ass catches, but he forgot how to catch magically, quote unquote. Denver keeps winning games. The hell, like I really thought that the Chiefs was gonna win that game too. But when I saw Nick Bolton, this nigga, it was real slick how he did this. But when he went for the tackle, I forgot. I think it was Sutton who got the ball. But whenever they rolled over, whenever he had him like wrapped up, he made sure that his hands was under Sutton's like knees, so that his knees did not hit the ground. Had his knees have hit the ground, he would have been considered down. He wouldn't have gotten the first down. Casey probably would have won the game. But he gets the first down. Bo gets the deep pass into I think it was Casey's red zone, and from there it was history. So the Jets might rebound next season. I would never believe the Jets will rebound or anything, especially after they had Aaron Rodgers and they put all this hype and all this fucking shit. They got hell, Amazon Prime got a whole documentary about the Jets this year. And then they tried to hype up the Jets with the fucking hard knock shit. I don't believe shit the Jets do gonna change. They have done nothing in the last 15 years to make me think they're gonna rebound. The Aaron Rodgers shit was the closest thing to it, and we saw how that turned out. So they're gonna have to show me. Think Shedeur beats the Niners for his first win. His dad won his first ring with the Niners. I could see them holding him so bad that he don't even get a win. That he just go winless. Or if anything, he gets one win to stay with as many as Dylan Gabriel has. So it's okay to take the points. Just remember what happened in the NFC Championship game that one time in California. Just take the points. Especially if you bet late too. Because it seems like the type of game the Chiefs will win. Damn. Mm. And I might be another white quarterback to have a winning record against Pat Mahomes. That's crazy. So this year's Bears might maybe a redo of the Jaguars in Lawrence's second season. Oh, that's the game where the Chargers blew that 27-0 lead. Mm-mm-mm. Shedeur is supposed to get drafted the same. No, he wasn't. It'll probably be the same outcome we getting right now if he go to the Saints. He might have played a little bit sooner, but that's really about it. How wrong that the Chiefs keep losing one scoring games this year, but were undefeated last year in one score games. That's a good point. And they was winning all these bullshit games they shouldn't have been winning last year. That's a good point. What are they? 1-2 in the division now, I think, because they lost to the Chargers, Broncos. Yeah, they got a Broncos, Chargers again. I want to say they played the Raiders just once. They've been hyping up Caleb so much it tells you that they got a plan for him to make him a champion one day. I don't know. They definitely hyping him up for sure, but I don't know. If it's him in a Bears uniform, I really don't know. Says Sanders is getting the Malik Willis treatment. Uh, I mean, yeah, they were both mistreated, but I wouldn't put it in the same category. But it is close. How far the Ravens going? Oh man, you already know what it is with the Ravens, bro. I ain't even gotta repeat myself. If you think I'm finna say they gonna win the Super Bowl, this ain't that. Think Caleb will get at least one ring with the Bears. Shit, any other team but the Bears, man. So these teams really making silly plays late. The Eagles went for it on their own 29 on fourth down. Yeah, they did some dumbass shit. Like you can't. The announcers couldn't even make up a reason as to why that would make sense in that Eagles and shit. Who were they playing? Damn, I forgot who they was playing too. It was Monday Night Football because them fuckers didn't score, or was it Sunday night? Damn, who the fuck were they playing, bro? I really don't remember. Packers. That's right. It was the Green Bay Packers. It made no reason to go for it, and you gave the Packers a chance to possibly tie the game, which they missed, obviously. But still, it's just like, what the fuck? It's just like that's just too desperate of a move to create drama. It's like when NASCAR does the overtime where they clearly force it where a driver will spin out when he wasn't even touched and shit for no reason. All of a sudden he got a tire that goes down, or there's fucking hot dog wrapper on the track or some mysterious debris. Yeah, they are. Will Washington win any more games this year? I think so. So they got the best chance to win the ball as underdog. Hell, they didn't have the best chance to win the Super Bowl as a favorite, and they didn't do it. I haven't seen anything to make me think otherwise. Like some of these teams, bro, like when you see the same pattern over and over, like it gets to a point where you just kind of have to get the message. Like you see the Ravens keep doing the same bullshit in the postseason, you just kind of get the message at some point. When you see the Niners keep doing this dumb shit in the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship game or however fucking far they go, you just kind of get the message. Hey, they're probably not gonna win. Or the Steelers, they do the same shit every first playoff game they have, whether it be wild card division. They stink it up against a team they shouldn't. Some point, maybe you should get the fucking message. They not a Super Bowl favorite, even if they start out 12-0. Cowboys, I don't even have to mention them. You know how that shit go. Some teams you just got to get the message. Jets, get the message. They suck ass. The Browns are always gonna be the Browns. Get the message. The Bengals are a poverty-stricken franchise. Get the message. It's just that simple. Yeah, that's the one that really makes no sense too. Is the Jags? They the only hope. I guess you could say the Texans technically, but the only hope to make that division competitive or close. Nigga, that probably might be the worst thing that happened to the whole fucking world, bro. What kind of ramifications gonna happen, bro? Hell no, bro. I don't think you understand what's gonna happen, bro. The fucking upside down and shit from Stranger Things gonna pop up if that ever was to happen. We don't need that. Mm-mm. I be seeing them TikToks of black symbiotes and shit. We don't need that. Mm-mm. We don't know what might pop up. Shit, we might actually see one of them supervillains and shit from the Marvel movies. Eagles play calling gonna be the reason they don't make the Super Bowl. Eagles keep doing. They've been kind of not having as much success with the tush push too lately, and I've noticed more people are pointing out the blatant false starts with the tush push. Hey, I like that. Hell yeah, get the message. I like that. Get the message. Texas will implode if the Cowboys win. They infrastructure already fucked up, bro. Y'all don't need that shit, man. When y'all get snow, it's a wrap for y'all. Y'all don't need none of that shit, bro. Mm-mm. Ain't no telling what the fuck happened to Dallas as a city if the Cowboys were to win that Super Bowl, bro. Might be like the Simpsons movie. They put you in a whole fucking dome and shit. Now, oil spills and shit everywhere. They desperate as hell. They got Nikki Bella as a fucking heel beef with Stephanie Care. That's crazy. Chiefs missing the playoffs as predicted. I fucking hope you're right. It's when you least expect Baltimore to go on a run is when they win the Super Bowl. I can't really speak on the first one because I was a kid, but the second one, like the biggest thing and storyline was it was Ray Lewis's last season. And Ray Lewis is the Peyton Manning of defensive players and shit like that. So I wouldn't say that, especially how they lost the year before to the Patriots and to play them again the next season, beat the shit out of them at Foxborough. I don't know. Mm. I'd love to see it though. It'd be a hell of a story, but they don't fuck with Lamar like that, unfortunately. Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, are they really finna just do the regular tush push? Like just be this predictable? No. They said, fuck it, we faking it. But most importantly, I like the fact and can appreciate the fact they don't feel the need to have to put their quarterback in harm's way on this play. I mean, I understand Jalen Hurts is bigger, just overall a bigger dude, so it makes sense. But I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Some of these teams that do this shit, they be putting in the wrong player to do it. Like the Dolphins doing a tush push with two is just stupid. Get when you get a tight end. Get somebody else. To the Eagles going to the Super Bowl again goes against the NFL's moral code. They will be the hated team for sure. Like last year, you go against the Chiefs, you gonna be the favorite. People gonna like you, especially if you win. If they fucking come back this year, not so much. Plus 300 to miss the playoffs. Interesting. Refs finally called a false start in the tush push yesterday, but it was the wrong call. They gonna make a storyline out of this shit. I mean, they already have, but that's gonna be more of a thing, kind of like the hip drop tackling. How that was the thing, like, oh, this needs to be banned because so many players are getting hurt with the hip drop tackle, or the kickoff's not safe. We need to change the rules on this. The first down marker, it ain't accurate when you're using real people, so we gotta use some digital shit. Now it's gonna be this. So yeah, it's gonna be a nonstop talking point. It's like the fucking Deflategate shit. I think the best thing they should do is if you're gonna police it, actually start calling the false start. And on the flip side, as the defense, find a way to stop this shit. Even if you're not getting the false start call your way on defense, find a way, get creative. If they got creative with having to do put his hands on the quarterback's ass and push him to get the first down, as a defense, get creative and do some shit. I don't know, push the D lineman's ass or something. I don't know, do something. Jump over the D line if you can. Just do some crazy shit. So they did the same thing with the Saints ever since they won in '09. They will always come up close, but not getting back. Yeah, with Drew Brees. Because they like Drew. He one of the ones. To NBA, is it a lock for the Thunder? I don't think so. Panthers, Chiefs, Dodgers all won back to back. I kind of get what you're saying. Chiefs, you can kind of nix them. They did back, but you got to remember there was a Super Bowl after that too, where they lost. But they can try that shit if they want to. They're gonna lose some fucking viewers like they did this year. Put that fucking free throw merchant out there again and see what the fuck happened. Give that nigga 50 free throws a game and see what them ratings do. Just see what they do. Nigga said Mason Rudolph wins the Super Bowl. Only in Madden, nigga. To maybe the Eagles repeat Kobe Bryant's favorite teams. Yeah, when Roy Williams broke T.O.'s leg. Even though that is a valid one. That is a very valid tackle to you know what I'm saying? To ban 100%. I think Laquan Treadwell of Ole Miss, same shit. Actually, it was a fucking horse collar tackle that fucked up his I don't remember if it was ankle or some shit. I just remember it was a nasty fucking injury, and I thought Laquan Treadwell was gonna be like one of them ones coming to the league because he was cold as hell at Ole Miss, and I want to say it was against Mississippi State. If not, it was somebody before that. Shit, it's either Arkansas or Mississippi State. I forgot the team. But I remember it was in that game. It was a Saturday night game. And I was thinking, damn, it's late in the season too, bro. Like he gonna be a top 10 pick. He balling out this year, and then this shit happened. I don't know if that played a role in like his NFL career, but he did not pan out anywhere close to what I thought. I thought he was gonna be like Justin Jefferson for real, for real. Vikings being the Vikings. Oh, that was the Bounty Gate shit too, if I recall. Yeah, it was because they were targeting the shit out of Brett Favre, old ass. Which one's more likely the Eagles win the NFC or the Chiefs missing the playoffs? More likely would be the Eagles winning the NFC. They waited way too late to do it too. Yeah, they would have. They absolutely would have too. And I know everybody in America at the time was rooting for the well, I guess besides the Saints, was rooting for the Vikings to win that game. Because it was Brett Favre before the Mississippi court shit happened. And he was still kind of liked and stuff. I feel like you gotta you gotta think of some creative shit. I don't know what specifically, but just same way they got creative with how to block a kick by jumping over the line and shit, which they changed the rules on that. But think of something like that. Do some shit like with Troy Polamalu, just send somebody flying over the offensive line as they snap the ball or try to, and send them like lunge head first at the quarterback, even though that's probably targeting. But try something, or just get a bunch of people in the middle where you know they're gonna try to run it. And defensively, y'all push the same way that they pushing offensively. They call that a scrum in rugby. Just try that shit. I don't know. Might work. Or start investing in more 300-pound linemen or some shit. So you don't think the NFL can lose viewers? Oh, they could. They definitely could, especially with like Chiefs fatigue setting in like it did last year. Had the Chiefs won that game, they would have fucked up their fan base a little bit doing that. There would have been some people who definitely would have tuned out. Because it was the way that the Chiefs was winning most of their games and people were noticing the pattern. That is the Falcons for you. They could have almost had something, but they just didn't. NBA had a chance to have the Celtics go back to back last year, but Tatum with that fake ass injury messed it up. Yeah, it did. We could have had a better matchup than the fucking Pacers and the Thunder. I'd say it's good for the city of Vegas, like more business opportunities and shit. But fans, if you, I guess, if you play for the Raiders, probably not. You don't really have a true home game. Kind of like if you're the Chargers, and sometimes the Rams, you don't really have a true home game. Like say you play the Packers or the fucking Steelers or something, you're gonna be outnumbered at the Cowboys. Still don't understand why they forced Palomalo to retire. Had to be some behind the scenes shit. And USC players are cursed. I don't know. I just know that he never had any off the field issues to my knowledge. I've never heard anyone say anything like oh shit, Dolph Ziggler. Hmm. Interesting. That's what's up, man. Hell yeah, man. Shout out Dolph Ziggler. But yeah, I've never heard him having any off field issues in college or in the pros. Oh no, was from Katrina. Yep, because in '06 there was their first year back in the dome. They go from 3-13 to a first round bye and one game away from the Super Bowl. So I remember it was that Monday night football game against the Falcons too. I think they had a block punt. After the Celtics cakewalk and all those grave plots being filled, we didn't need the Celtics winning back to back. I know that's one of them teams people weren't happy about winning either, but it feels right. Even if it was a cakewalk, it felt right because we knew goddamn well Dallas didn't have a chance in hell. Damn. But yeah, I'm finna slide on up out of here. Have fun chopping it up with y'all. We gonna be back Thursday NFL pregame pick 'em. Stay tuned. Hit that like button too. If you ain't done it yet, hit that damn like button. 6-7 the like button. Elbow drop the like button. Zigzag the like button since Dolph Ziggler's here. Give it the sweet chin music. Yeah, sweet chin music or the code breaker. What either one of them is fine. But yeah, y'all be safe.